Hello, Just Too Good here, back from the review, and today we're reviewing the LEGO City 2016 Ferry set. It has 301 pieces, it retails for $30 in the United States. I got it from Toys R Us, and it does have 2 minifigures. So now let's take a look at the minifigures. Alright, so the first minifigure is this businesswoman, and the most interesting part of her is her hairpiece, which is Black Widow's hair, finally coming in a very cheap set. She also has this printed little tile, which we've seen before, but it's that little cell phone print. And then everything else is stuff that's appeared many times before. Her face doesn't have any alternate face, and her shirt or torso is just that businesswoman torso. And the ship's captain has an interesting torso, which is that captain torso from the deep sea diving big vessel set. So that's great to get in a cheap set, but other than that, he has like a red mug as accessory and nothing else that's really special. So here's a ferry itself. It looks bland, it looks dull, but that's kind of how ferries are in America, so I don't mind that aspect. But there are a few disappointing parts of this. I do like the car, though. It's like a little sports car. That's an interesting build, and we'll take a look at that later on, but that actually comes as a play feature with this. So the actual ferry itself, it's kind of disappointing that below the deck, they don't have any kind of there's no bricks height under there. Like, they don't use any, like, I was expecting at least it would be, like, 1 brick deep below the little deck. But it's really supposed to give the illusion that it's submerged in water already, so you're going to have to play around with that. The boat itself doesn't even float, which is kind of sad. There's some stickers here and there, like there's one on the side right here, and then on the opposite side there's the same exact sticker. And in the middle kind of bridge area, as I would call it, there's 2 that say stop, which those are on these 8x16 little tile pieces in green, which is nice to get those pieces in that new color. Also, some other features of it is that there's these little ramps right here, which you could push down, and you could kind of load up the cars if you want to put more than 1 car. It seems like it could fit about 3 cars max if they're all this size, where you would put 1 right there, 1 in the middle, and then 1 at the end. And there's also only 1 little passenger seat right there, which is kind of sad. So above the 1 passenger seat, there's this little control tower, which you could easily remove the little control room off of this little stand piece. I like how they use the minifigure stands in gray. And this little control room is very, very simple. There's not much in it besides 2 little steering wheels, not even a seat or anything like that. And on the sides, they have City Seaways printed, or not printed, but stickered on both sides. And the roof itself removes as easily as the control room removes from this little control stand. But really, what you've seen is what you get. I mean, the last thing I could probably show you is the bottom of the whole ship, which is not interesting. It's just, like I said, they use these little reverse tiles or whatever. And you can see that they actually use a big 16x16 plate right here to kind of make the framework of this ship, which is kind of interesting that they use that. And just one last look at this thing all together, because now we're going to go straight into the car that's included in the set. And there's the backside right there. So here's a little car included in the set. It's like a little sports car. It looks very cool. I like the red color. There's a license plate on the front, which is a sticker, and on the back. And there's only room for 1 minifigure. And I'll just stick the little businesswoman in here. And you got a little steering wheel. And it's a 4-wide car. And you know, LEGO City, sometimes they release some of these 4-wide cars, and I always love how they come out. They're simple in design, but they're very effective, and they look great displayed in like my little modular setup or whatever. So that's really it for the sports car included. And like I said, you could easily load it up on the ferry if you'd like. Just put this little ramp down, and it loads on like that. And here's the box for the set, $30 box size. And on the back, and then you got 3 instruction booklets, which finally show the new city ads for 2016, which I have not seen on any of the other instruction booklets for the other 2016 sets. You got the little police setup right here as well, and the fire one, but that's it for all the little advertisements. And they actually give you 3 instruction booklets to build with. So overall, the LEGO City Ferry is a mixed bag. I mean, I was really hyped with this set at first, but now that I have it built, honestly, it's a little bit disappointing. I wish there was something below the deck because it just looks so thin and bare bones as it is. I mean, I like that it's dull. I like that it's basic because it makes for, you know, a cheap and simple set to build that's effective to its real life counterpart, because in real life, I mean, the ferries look basic and dull. But I just wished it was just a little bit thicker on the bottom. And then also there's some really weird choices that they made. Like, for example, there's only one passenger seat. There's not even one in the control little room. And then the second thing is the control room has no part leading up to it. There's no ladder or anything like that. So those choices are very odd to me, and I don't know why they didn't do stuff like that. It's like they really cut corners with this, even though the price per piece ratio is pretty darn good. I mean, it's 301 pieces for $30 in the United States. But I do love a lot of parts of the set. Like the two minifigures I really, really like because one of them has a really hard to find torso and another one has a really hard to find hairpiece. That's great. They knocked those out because City's minifigures are supposed to be simple, reusing pieces, and they reused pieces that are quite rare. So I like that. And I like the sports car a lot. I actually really like how that came out. So I'll end up giving this set a C. I think it's a pretty good set in terms of the pieces you get. But the build itself, it could have been so much better, and it's nice that they're trying something new, but I don't think they really executed this one so well. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later.